Yes, the team, we are back with another weekly vlog. I'm your boy, Leonardo. Hang on. It's my man's birthday today. So everyone, let's take a minute to sing him a song.
26 today, baby.
Happy birthday to you.
Just whole 3 minutes of just chatting.
Right, anyway, birthday treat. We have just got the keys to another HMO conversion. This one is for a client that we are working with down south. I met them yesterday on a Sunday. They come up to have a look at it, and we come here today to meet the architect.
Yeah, so we'll give you a quick tour around. We'll talk you through what we plan on doing, how we see the layout, and what things we look for when reviewing properties, and basically some tips and tricks about viewing HMOs, really.
So this is going to be room number one. Now, not many people will be aware of this, but obviously to someone who's not very experienced, you're going to come in and you're going to probably say, let's put a stud wall here. And that's standard, like there's nothing wrong with that, because you'd put a wall here and you'd walk in, and this is like a hallway. But what you can't see from this video is this is end of terrace. So there's an alleyway here, and we've got right away the alleyway, which means under permitted development, we can move the front door from here to here.
But we still have to keep that door in place.
And why do we keep that door in place?
Because we need to, if we were to remove that door, we'd have to go through planning and everything like that, because it's changing the appearance of the property, like the outer appearance, stuff like that.
So and the street, that kind of stuff.
So it's, if that door stays in place, that's fine. But that works out good, because this room's going to be a studio anyway.
Yeah.
And they're literally going to have their own entrance.
Yeah.
So it's actually a selling point.
So what we'll do is we'll take out this chimney breast, and obviously we'll keep the door there because we're not allowed to move the door. And if you look behind Kyle, this will be the entrance to the bedroom here. If you want to come with me, Cam. So this will be the entrance to this bedroom, and the front door is going to be somewhere here. And then what we'll do is we'll move the stairs from over there to here, and we'll have the spiral staircase. Now, I'll, again, same here. So chimney breast is going to be coming out, but guys, what do you think we're going to do with this room? What are we going to do with this room?
Just say they can't reply to you. Just say you're waiting for a reply.
All right, let's ask the cameraman. The cameraman, have you been educated? Have you been listening? Have you been learning? What's this going to be?
A kitchen.
Yes. Why?
Because it's big.
It is big,
Right.
but that's not the reason.
So what we do is we move the kitchen into here. So this is like a kitchen communal area. So it's like a kitchen diner. What that enables us to do is have the back room where the kitchen is. So to have this as a bedroom. Now, it's a little bit small at the minute. So under permitted development, we'll take it back the 3 meters, and then that will give us the extra space to have a studio at the back there. So that front room is likely to be a studio. This one's likely to be a studio, and we've got a nice big area here, which is going to be the kitchen diner.
But just to add to that, guys, you can do a 3 meter extension under PD, but you do need to be cautious of the back garden space, because you can't use over 50% of the actual garden space. If you go over 50%, your PD rights to go 3 meters out the window. Okay? And I've just noticed Kyle's shaved his beard.
I haven't shaved my beard, I've done a shape up. So what happened is I went out on Liverpool.
On Liverpool. You went on Liverpool?
In Liverpool on Saturday, and I couldn't get in the barber, so I tried to shape myself off, and I went too low, and then I basically had to go to the Turkish barbers the next day, not my normal barber, so I cheated on my barber, and then I said, what can we do with this?
I love a Turkish barber.
Give me an Italian beard, it's called.
Mamma mia!
But I you know what, I'm rocking it, I like
The
it.
international barbers.
I like it, I feel fresh.
Feel fresh, you can feel the wind on his face for the first time ever. So let's just go outside. So if we go outside, we'll probably end up doing a little infill extension here. and then going back as much as we need to get the 3 meters and also get the room in here. Just make it big enough. Like I said, you can't use more than 50% of garden space, and we'll be fine. We know we're fine.
And just while you're outside as well, like say when you're on a viewing looking for HMOs, like first thing to do is obviously look at the garden size. Obviously, what Leon just mentioned, but also come back and have a look at the roof. So like, you don't show that. So have a look at the roof. So like, what's the pitch of the roof? Does it look like there's enough room to be able to put a dormer on, or do you know what I mean? Like, is there going to be an issue because it's like a quite flat roof? Obviously, you can find out a lot more about that when you actually go into the loft and do the measurements, which we'll go into in a minute. And another thing as well, have a look around the other houses in the area. So, has any other houses got dormers? Has other houses got rear extensions and things like that? I know obviously we're doing it under PD, but it's better to, like, if there's other ones in the area, you know 100% certain that you're going to be able to get them. It's just like a little extra bonus. But right, let's go back inside. Weird guy in the window. Look at the valley on him though now. You've seen that?
Nothing there, so hang on. Look, I was holding it in.
Bad that is.
Right. So how many rooms have we got downstairs so far, Cam?
Rooms?
How many rooms are we going to develop downstairs?
What, like bedrooms?
Bedrooms.
Bedrooms, 2.
2. Let's go upstairs. By the way, these stairs are going to be moving. We're going to be dropping the floors. Oh, my leggers! I did a little hit workout yesterday in the gym.
Did you?
Left or right? Which one first?
Go left.
Left. Yeah, I did a little hit workout. I did 8 lots of 30-second sprints, followed by 90-second walks, followed by 3 rounds of cardio.
So just there on the stairs. So a lot of people, especially when they're viewing HMOs and things like that, they see moving the stairs as like a massive thing. Like with the stairs being there, if we were just to take this property at face value, so for example, not putting a door in the side, not moving the stairs, like it would struggle to make it work. Now, that is why when for example, we like sell a deal or source a deal for like a bespoke client, it's important to use the correct power team that understand, like, right, putting the spiral stairs in, being able to move the door, because we've had it before where like people have taken a deal and then they've tried to cut corners and tried to like save like 50 grand on the refurb, and like, we're like
And then they wonder like why they're not creating enough space.
yeah,
Because you're trying to cut that many corners, you've priced yourself out of the deal.
yeah.
But
So, like you're not going to get your GDV on the back end because you're not getting as many rooms. So like you're literally shooting yourself in the foot. But it's so important to use the correct power team and make sure that they understand what you want to do. Like ours are very much copy and paste, so we can literally come in here and we just know, right, that works out. Do you know what I mean?
So plan with this then is obviously same again, you know, get rid of these. Nobody's lighting fires anymore. We don't need fucking chimneys. Studio. And another reason for the spiral staircase is that means we can also now see the stairs come up here. If they're in a straight line, we can go through this wall and put the ensuite behind here. Does that make sense? So this will definitely be a studio room. Now let's go this way. This would be my favourite room because you've got a room here and you can kind of see where they go behind anyway, but this is what we always do. And now you see the bathroom next door, which is pretty much just through this wall. This wall will be coming out because, again, we've got a spiral staircase, so this hallway here that brings you to the door doesn't need to be here. We can have the door further along. This can all be a bedroom. Do you know what I mean? This bathroom here, we can knock the wall through, we can bring the walls out, and then you've got the bed over here, you've got the bathroom and the kitchenette somewhere around here. It really separates it and it gives it its own little personal feel. I really like it. So, Cam, how many rooms is that so far? 4. So where are the other 2 going to go?
And just 1 second on that. There's a lot of space in hallways, especially upstairs. which is one of the reasons why we get a spiral staircase as well, because especially in the older properties, some of the hallways can basically be a bedroom. There's that much space in the hallways. Do you know what I mean? Because like they come up and then they go back on themselves onto a big landing. It's a lot of space.
It's a waste of space. It's a waste of space. So, and then we're going to go up and we're going to go into a loft to create 2 more rooms in the loft now.
Right, we're live. We're rolling.
Are we rolling? Yeah.
We are.
Yes, team. We are just leaving the property in which we've just shown you around. My sat nav wasn't loading, but now it has. We're on our way to the village hotel. We're going to go and do some work. Bit of admin, plan the week. It's 12:40. We haven't really done much today, have we? We've messed around with a gimbal for an hour.
Yeah.
Wired everything so hard to set up. We've met the architect at the property and we've done a few reels there as well whilst doing the daily vlog. So yeah, we're just going to drive there now and then we'll catch up with you.
It's a pub, it's a grill, it's a Starbucks, it's V-Works, it's a gym, it's a hotel.
Yeah, they're all like the villagers. They've got like little saunas and that as well.
Just do a sauna vlog. Window. Got any words of wisdom? Any words of the day? Any quotes of the day?
Stop being
Ooh. Well, Kyle. Slow boy.
EP.10. Funny, innit?
Right. Takes him 20 minutes on a 5-minute drive. Oh, there he is.
No. Didn't run me over. Dangerous.
Ready, because we need to get this done before the meeting.
Yeah.
Yes, people, we are back today, baby. So today, what is on the old agenda? So we are on the ground today. Hopefully we have a completion today on one of the properties. Leon is in Manchester at the minute. He's had to do a few viewings this morning and then hopefully go and get the keys for one of the properties, hopefully, fingers crossed, completing on everything's all done now, money's paid, so we should should complete today, but this is property for you, so we'll see what happens. But we're just gonna go to Costa now and just do a little bit of work and get a little cheeky coffee, wake me up a little bit, and then we're gonna meet the builder later. So we're gonna meet Kai. He's gonna come round and he's gonna have a look at this one of these projects with us, a new project that we've got lined up. It's still in the very early stages, so we haven't really mentioned it yet. So just sort some build costs and things like that. We know rough build costs anyway, because properties that we do are all going to be very similar, but obviously we like to get precise numbers so we know exactly what is what. And yeah, let's go, baby. I'll catch you all in a bit.
Like business as well as property. Like we have a property business, but property in general is boring.
You get on it, Sophie.
She's doing her own.
I feel like I'm in a fucking browser and news.
In the news?
Turn around and there's cameras. Like, whoa.
This is his job, isn't it? This is his job.
Just blends in the background.
You got the mic on it and that, yeah? Is the mic on it now?
No, not on it now.
Because he was having a dicky fit in the car.
It's not working in the background.
Not really, it just wasn't working.
You couldn't balance it.
Oh, balancing the things.
No, it's not you couldn't balance it, it's the fact the mic doesn't fit there and go into there. Because that just gets in the way. So you need to use.
So I'll go live shoot in a second.
So you need to use the other mics.
Like I'm at home beach.
There you go, get you on the property floor then. Jordan will give you 20 quid.
Give you some props to this place.
I'm just zoomed in on everyone. Just going round.
There's some motivational speech for the cameras.
Go on,
He wants to vlog but he's scared, you know what I mean? This could be your intro.
Look yourself, George, come on.
Do the work.
Every time you do that to me, I'm just like, stop being a bitch. Iconic. Right, fucking.
Make a viral clip.
I need to stop swearing on the vlog, that's the problem, because every time the AI is clipping it up, it's just me swearing all the time. Like, I will post it, but you can't be swearing.
YouTube, like,
What?
doesn't YouTube.
No, it just won't post it to kids, do you know what I mean?
Oh.
So it's like, is your content age related, like under 16 or 18?
No.
YouTube helps you as well.
What do you mean?
Like, you know, for swearing and that.
It doesn't push
No, you can definitely swear.
Oh,
look,
you can.
It's just that. It's just that ad spend.
Yeah.
You
You definitely swear. But I watch like, not anymore, like when you used to watch the side like that back in the day.
It does, still.
Saturday or Sunday, it's 7 o'clock.
I never watched them.
That's why mine comes out at 7 o'clock to compete with.
I used to watch, I still do actually, every pop they do what, the Nelt Boys.
Yeah.
They're quite new, aren't they? Like,
Boys?
yeah.
Years.
I don't know.
Over like 10 years.
Have they?
Yeah.
I only feel like
Mate,
that.
watch some of their old videos, unbelievable.
Yeah.
So good, yeah.
Funny, like
They
that.
used to basically, they've made millions from just
From
pranking
pranking
people,
Yeah.
and now they brought out a salsa brand, like the millions, they're making millions off that.
I've seen them on the podcast.
They've got the podcast, they've got, mate, they're actually man.
Alright, shall we fuck off then?
Yeah, just
I need to do some work, innit? So if it's on the marketplace shopping.
I'm not. I would never.
Facebook market.
Marketplace.
I'm scared of germs. Never be me.
I'm going to take that.
In a bit large.
Change Snowden anyway.
Bye.
Right, Leon, what's the word of the day?
Word of the day. On the spot again. Word of the day is completion.
Completion.
Because we're supposed to be completing on one today. It's not looking like we will, to be honest, because new inquiries have been raised. Absolute nightmare. So yeah, I'm just hoping that it does go through. They're in contact with Land Registry. It's something pointless. I don't know. They don't really tell me. They just said they threw up another inquiry. They're going to try and get it through today. They're chasing land registry, but they don't know. So I guess we've just got to wait and see, really, and see what happens. Hopefully we can complete. Just on our way to a property that we secured off market with the builder, Kai. Just going to go around it with him, do some content, do some reels also while we're there. Always good to get some content and reels, that kind of stuff. The one we're completing on is actually round here as well, it's not even far. So hopefully we do complete, but I'm not going to get my hopes up. So we'll do some content and then head over to the village hotel. Just finish off for the day, do a little bit of work, and yeah, so we'll keep you updated, guys.
Oh, it's not the streets. That's nice. You know, there's a crop house next door. It's just all sitting on
Yeah, so he's drawing, architect drawing the plans now.
do them now.
Yeah.
So, is this one you keep it?
No,
That's not your point.
well, I'll tell you, you can smash this. They're in London.
Yeah.
There's so many more people that want to jump on,
Yeah.
but they just want to see what we can do.
What you can do first. And
Yeah.
then I'll bring clients with them.
Yeah, and I want to see what you can do as well.
See what we can do. No, so.
But
And do you have full spec list drawn up or you sort of?
Will do.
Will do. So it fixtures.
Obviously, I'm going to be quite far ahead of other ones.
Yeah.
So obviously, I'm still figuring this out, so you know,
Yeah.
by some good idea what's going on by then.
Okay.
We're moving the door on Long Lane as well, so I should understand all that as well.
Long Lane, that was a good one when you sent me all the plans because I had
That's what
fixtures and fittings and I could price that effectively off that.
Yeah. We know the budget. Like,
Yeah.
I don't want to sting it.
Yeah.
I don't want to, if you can, obviously it doesn't come to 170 but anything else that's less, we can just fucking make, you know what I mean?
So no extension, but we're doing staircase move.
I think there's only an extension on this.
There is an extension.
Yeah. But 170 is what I'm paying on a million
Yeah.
with the exact same.
Exact same build essentially.
Mm.
Okay.
Yeah. So we should, I know you quoted less for that,
Yeah.
so I know we should be fine.
I think 155, what was
Yeah.
that, the knife?
So you got 15k, let's play with.
How come it went up? And you said you're paying 170 on a million.
That's just what the quote came back.
It's just what it came back at.
Yeah. But I need to leverage Long Lane tonight for the
To
same
get
time
the other ones.
to get the deposit cheaper.
So,
How do you want to do this now then? Do you want to just, you go around and talk and you can clip it up, because you can do clips for us and you can do clips for Kai.
to be honest, I'm thinking instead of trying to say like anything direct, just use clips just to be like on site with yous and going through the plan, do you know what I mean? So some of them don't even have to start talking over them, do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like, it'd just be like a clip of me calm down being like, oh, I could just write a post with that then, some of it we could use.
Yeah.
Talk about the scenes.
What we tried to do as well, so like, because we know the camera's rolling, specifically like talk about something like education.
Yeah,
To clip, do you know what I mean? So like,
To use it because you know it's going to be
yeah. So like specifically like try and think about things which can be assured. Do you know what I mean? So
Yeah.
like chimney breast, like we chimney breasts,
You want to
but
do
we
that?
always take them out. You have to put steel it. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah. Okay. Let's have a look. I want to try and look up some of those as well.
Why would you just put that video in on
It's funny that, isn't it? So what's funny then? Smells
Stinks, doesn't it?
like, smell like hoss. You know what, you actually learn to love that smell. You love that smell, don't you? Smell like hoss. Like, oh.
Would you want to do some little short reels as well? Might as well, but if you're going to try and do like 20 over 2 months, you might as well get some box stuff, haven't you?
Well, there's that nothing there. It's just a staircase here, isn't it? So unless you're going to have to build that back out, you're going to do a spiral.
Stairs are going to be coming here.
Just spiral and that.
Where you're coming through the front door, straight to the
Straight
spiral.
on the thing. this is going to be a bedroom on its own then.
Well, I'm thinking we knock the wall through to this.
So
Yeah. So, I've seen others do it.
you're going to build the floor level up
Gonna have to, aren't we?
then? Yeah.
So do you know where? Because if there's a spiral here, then you don't need this hallway.
Yeah.
Because the spiral's gonna there, and you come into the room, and you don't need all this. So
Take all that up.
that can go,
Yeah.
and then this is just one room.
One room straight away though.
Do you know what I mean?
All the way across.
And then you see that there. That could be the other ensuite for the other room. 'Cause you don't need that.
And you can come in through that
So
way.
this can be like your bedroom, and then this wall can be gone. You're gonna full out put steel as well.
Back to vault that ceiling as well in there, you know, because the floor level's dropped.
Yeah.
When we build it up, you think it's going to be right there, so you have to vault that ceiling and go across. Does that make sense?
Yeah. Well, a lot of people are
That's
going to go there.
That's well. Okay.
But I'll see if someone's going to go that way.
Yeah.
But when the plans come back, so the architect did draw the plans.
Yeah, but that's. Did you ever go into the loft at all?
The architect did the other day.
The access. So we're thinking with the obviously the spiral staircases in,
Yeah.
obviously that will open up space
Across that whole.
for an ensuite.
Yeah.
And then obviously this one's going to be pretty much straight studio.
So we're going chimney breast out, up and down, all the way to the
Yeah.
roof. Chimneys all the way up to the roof, so you have that room space for
Yeah.
spiral staircases. That's going to open up all your room there for your,
Yeah.
for your en-suites. And these going to have miniature like kitchens into.
Yeah, so kitchenettes in each room,
Yeah.
all the studio ones. I think we've got it as like 3 and 3 at the minute,
Yeah, okay.
but when we get the proper drawings back, we might be able to get 4, but 3 and 3.
Yeah.
Be a bit considerate, didn't
Okay.
it? But yeah, we always take chimney breast out. It's just
Need the extra space on it.
yeah,
Need
and
the extra space for all of them.
to be honest, it doesn't make massive amounts of space, but
It's
also
regularity to the room though, isn't it? Because
Yeah.
that little come out in the wall there, it steals all the room off. If you want a
It makes
specific
it means your
style.
bed's already knocked out a little bit.
Yeah.
It's going to go there. You don't need bed here. But we can knock this wall through here because that room doesn't need this space.
Yeah.
Whereas the ensuite can go.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean? Come on, shall we start now? Go on, Kai. Kai can give some value on his own, innit? Thanks, sir. I've got time.
just talk through what you normally look for. Okay?
That's what I was going to say, man. What's this house called? What? What's this house called?
Lyra Street.
Liver.
Lyra. Laira.
Worst case, you can do a voiceover, can't you?
Should be alright now.
I'm going to say at Liver Street, one thing to look for is like access to the property. You're going to be doing dormer extensions and full steel installs. How are you going to get the steels up to the roof and stuff? Do you know what I mean? Yeah.
Skip space as well.
Yeah, skip space. It's a lot of waste that need to come on. So.
I just drive through that the other day. Just like that thing down that turning. Right, the client is buying this. He came down here, but he reversed up in. I was watching him, bro. He nearly hit it as well. He's fucking coming in. Come in, this lad. And he's reversing
All
down
the way
it.
through that.
Matte black as well.
Crazy fucker. Yeah, it's sound. Yeah, let's go. So. Yeah.
So just do a walk around the south now and tell them what's going to happen. You're not going to happen, are you?
Yeah, but this is going to be room 1, kitchen's going to go to the middle, that's going to be room 2.
3, 4, 2 and a half. Yeah.
Just go through in the
So not.
Yeah.
What the L shape?
That's what the
L
outside
shape.
is for. So you have one at the front, one at the back. And you can talk through it and explain out the door and that, you know what I mean?
Yeah. Okay.
Just talk to us, right? And then go on again.
Yeah. Okay.
So this is. So this go be. But
Yeah, it's all fine.
no.
And then one drink.
Yeah, so right, we just tell them what it is and that, and then.
And then it has to be like, you can suggest, I'll let you suggest about fucking moving the door, because it's very tenants. I'll say, I want to make this a studio, what do you think the best route is to go? Would you build a, and then you can answer.
And then
Are
also.
you sure that's possible actually? Because I didn't know you can't change the image of the street by not
Yeah,
taking
without
that
planning.
out. Yeah. Okay, sound, yeah.
What are you thinking about this room then, with moving the kitchen in here? Is that a big job or?
No, not really, because the services are already there. We can pull them through. That's not a big issue at all. With it being concrete subfloor too, you know, there's differences there. Like,
Would we screed this floor?
Yeah, they definitely screed this floor. Yeah.
Why would we screed it?
One, you want a nice level surface, so when you're coming out to get your value, you wouldn't want whatever flooring you're going to use, whether it's herringbone, like you couldn't use herringbone on this floor because the levels are all over the place. So you want to get a better finish if you're going to use top quality materials. And the quality of your guys' builds, like this would be expected to be done.
Yeah.
But yeah, bringing the kitchen into here and we'll be pushing this wall out. We'll be taking this whole wall out here.
No, so
Making
we're
that
using that.
continuous space.
So that's going to be a bedroom.
Yeah.
So that's where the extension comes into it.
So that'll be a studio at the back.
Okay.
So we'll extend that as much as we need to get a bedroom.
Yeah.
As long as it hits the regs. So yeah, pull the kitchen in here. And the reason we pull the kitchen in is because if we leave the kitchen there, this is just dead space.
Yeah.
You can't walk through.
Corridors.
Yeah, you can't walk through it to get to someone's bedroom.
Bedroom, yeah.
So it has to stay as a communal space.
Yeah.
But you couldn't use this as a bedroom because you can't get to the kitchen. So swap them round, and that's how you get that 6th room.
It's to do with fire exits as well.
Yeah, definitely.
It makes it a lot more complicated. If that was the kitchen, this was someone's bedroom, you literally wouldn't be able to do it. A massive thing that we're very big on is like trying to future-proof our product. So
Yeah,
that's why we go high end, that's why we put
Yeah.
kitchenettes in. So like everything's thinking, right, will this still perform in 5-10 years
10
time?
years time. Yeah.
Like, yeah.
Because you have to think about that because you're leveraging quite highly.
Yeah.
You might not get the opportunity to draw down again within the
Yeah.
next 5 years,
Well,
might you?
we
Unless rents begin to jump
we don't
again
really-
for government or whatever
Yeah.
happens in that side of things.
Yeah, we don't really
So you
plan-
guys have to think about that, you know, like going forward.
Yeah, we don't really plan on like refinancing again or selling. To us, with our HMO specifically, is a hold long term.
Yeah.
So, because we're getting good cash flow, like this is just kind of like a cash flow strategy. So,
Yeah.
what we'll do then to diversify is then start picking up just these standard vanilla buy-to-lets, which then obviously that will bring like the loan to value down.
Yeah, across the portfolio.
Across the portfolio,
Yeah.
so like it kind of like mitigates our risk a little bit.
Yeah.
So then the properties which will be trading, like buying, selling, will be like they're standard buy-to-lets. Like these will just sit in the portfolio, cash flowing. Do you know what I mean? And then
Pay for
the
something.
cash flow from these will literally be
Essentially, because we're going to leave like 30-40 grand in of investors' money,
Yeah.
other businesses pay that, so obviously we're going to have to cover that. So essentially we're buying a house for 30k,
Yeah.
making $2 grand a month.
Take £2 a month.
Yeah.
Got a big picture on the wall there, I need to keep this quiet. Looking at that there, that's like a telly with stuck on blue tack.
That was terrible, wasn't it?
A pride flag.
Those look.
Have you ever stuck a telly on the wall with blue tack?
You're more than they did.
Let's say, for example, we want to take both chimney breasts out, like,
Yeah.
what's
What would you
like,
do?
processed for that? Do you,
Yeah.
do you have to put like steels in or things like
Yeah,
that?
basically in these big old houses they have chimney breasts. Until you get into the loft you don't know what style you've got. They're either single barreled or double barreled. There's a chimney breast both sides of the house, so this will be a double barreled chimney. They'll come in into a one chimney stack at the top. So essentially you take it off at ceiling level, just above the joists. Take the steels in, install them, and then you're free then, because this won't be supported anyway, and you can just knock all this out. Start obviously from top to bottom. Don't start from bottom to top. But yeah, so you'd have to keep a little bit of this, it's called a nub. You'd have to keep a nub on this wall, so there's something to actually support on. Take it all the way across, and then this chimney breast could be removed then. But something to think of if what building control are doing now is they want full length steels for the house, or full length steels. So if you're finding that access could be tricky inside of the property, you know, these steels can weigh 500 kilos. It's not just one steel that goes in, you need a steel for the back and then you need a steel for the front, so it's 2 steels that get installed for every one chimney breast. So think about that when you're doing it, you know, if your joists run perpendicular, how are you going to get a 500 kilo chimney breast up? They'll tell you to crane it in, they don't care, do you know what I mean?
Do we need a party wall to take this chimney breast out?
Yeah, definitely, yeah. So, party wall, it's one of the first things you should do, really, on site. Obviously, any demo works, because it's one of those things, if you don't get it done, there's consequences to that, do you know what I mean? When it comes to refinancing, when it comes to selling the property, they won't let you sell it either. Or it'll be massively undervalued, do you know what I mean? Because you don't have that one certificate that says I follow procedure. Similar with building control, if a builder just does a loft conversion and a dormer, that's great, but if there's no proof that it's gone through the right methods and it's been signed off by building control, then again you're going to run into problems.
Okay, so would you, as soon as we get the keys to this, go around and get the party wall, what would you say to a neighbour? What would you show them?
Party wall agreements that I do, I just say the date that works will take place, the works that are going to take place. So for in this example, I'm from the street next door, taking out 4 chimney breasts, show little floor plan, these are the ones we're taking out. The date the works are going to happen, estimation for how long, and then obviously your company details and stuff like that, and you just need a signature from them, and then that's done. But
so no need to overshare.
No need to overshare, you don't have to say this is a HMO, you don't have to say that we're going to be reselling the property or doing social housing, just the works that are included and a time estimation of when and how long it's going to take you. If they don't legally have to sign that at all, if they say no, I'm not happy with you doing this, then you as the developer will have to instruct a party wall surveyor. So there's actually people who specifically do these things. Party wall surveyor, they'll have to then pick up both sides of the story, they'll survey the wall, and then usually you just have to go through a legal process. If he deems it that it's unsafe to be done, then you can't do it. But most times it is safe to be done, and you just have to go through that process then. So it can be a bit of a ball ache, but you know,
You can still get around.
You can still get around it, yeah.
So this is what we were saying about all this landing space.
So you can get rid of all of this here, can't you?
So that's stud. So obviously you've got the landing space here.
Yeah.
If you put the spiral staircase in, all of a sudden you've got all of this extra room here.
Yeah.
Because this back bit will be part of this bedroom.
And to use the loft space too. So to use a loft space, you can't have a staircase on one side of the house and then a staircase across the whole other side of the house. It needs to be a continuous staircase up one side. So the spiral staircase actually unlocks a loft as well, doesn't it? By going just straight up on one side of the property.
Yeah.
You can actually get 2. You're getting 2 dormer rooms out of this property. 2 studios and the loft.
I'm not sure exactly on this one, but normally we get 2, yeah. So we normally get a studio and we normally get an ensuite room, but because of the ridge and like where it slopes down, you can only use up to, I think, is it like 1 point something meters? Can't remember the top of my head. but basically it's classed as unusable space
Yeah,
in HMOs.
uninhabitable.
Unhabitable, unusable. So like you've got that space. So like you could put like chest of drawers in there. You can put
Still use that space, but it
Yeah.
can't be classed as floor
yeah.
space.
So what we look at doing in that space is putting in like built-in furniture.
Yeah.
So like furniture that like will go with the roof kind of.
Yeah.
And it fits in nicely.
And that adds to the quality again, doesn't it? Like the look and the feel and the function of the property again, doesn't it? It comes down to that.
100%. So going back to obviously
That's just his secret code to like get the fucking ghosts out.
yeah.
Hello?
Anyone in?
No, I'm just saying like, that'll be low burn, so this will be low burn, that's the centre of the office. So you'll have to think of something. Are we doing anything to this wall?
Yeah. So what's like the difference between the load bearing and just like a normal stud?
Yeah, so stud walls, the construction of the stud wall is just timber studs, or timber frame essentially, with plasterboard and skin. In the older houses it's called lath and plaster, it's an absolute nightmare. But wall bearing is essentially bearing the weight of the whole property. So this is be a brick wall, solid, and then this will hold the weight of the rafters, the roof above. So
what would, let's say for example we wanted to take that wall
take this out. Yeah, so if you wanted to take this wall out, you'd have to find another way to bear the weight.
I think
It could be somewhat tricky, but this will probably go straight down, downstairs, I imagine.
I don't think we need to take this out anyway. I think that because we're going to give this space behind it to that ensuite,
That ensuite,
we can just
this
bring this,
could be used quite well, really.
bring this out.
Yeah.
Um,
And again, this chimney breast's going to be good, isn't it? So
and then my
we'll
thoughts
have
is,
this office
what about this wall though? Because I'm thinking about taking access from, it could maybe be a door, I don't know, whatever you think's best, but connecting the bathroom on the double outlet again to this bedroom.
well, because you're going to be going across, so that hallway's going to be gone in there.
So this wall's going to be completely gone, isn't it?
Yeah.
So we'll put a door essentially where the hallway will start, and then you've got, is this going to be 1 bedroom, 2 bedroom?
1 bedroom ensuite studio.
Yeah.
Okay.
I know something as well I need to consider is when you move in the door or put a new door in, the door can't be on a step. It needs you need to have like a little
At
bit,
least
a
foot or
certain
something.
amount, like a foot. It can't be directly on the step. It's like health and safety,
fire eggs as well.
fire eggs as well. Yeah. But yeah, that's a nice big room. This is one thing we like about this one is you're kind of going to have a separate like, bathroom area completely and kitchenette. So like you have this like a bedroom and then like that's separate. So it's almost like literally a flat.
So is this room going to have a kitchen in it?
This one will have
Yeah.
a kitchenette.
So this one will. So when you're looking at the rooms, then where would you put the kitchen naturally in this bedroom? In that back?
So I'd probably put the bed
Well, in the back, increase the drainage.
like this.
Is that just for like a studio room? Nice kitchen.
See how it's like, that's
Are they tiled or are they like PVC backsplashes?
They're PVC, but I think they're actual tiles in the kitchen.
Yes, the team. So obviously the saga with completion was supposed to be completing yesterday. Obviously that's not gone through. We're having an issue with land registry. They need to update something, and as you can imagine, the solicitors tried to speed it through, and they're like, no, we don't push this kind of thing through. It's 3 days max. So anyway, minimum. Sorry, not max. So yeah, now it's Friday. It was supposed to complete yesterday, so the agents rang me and like, listen, Leon, the vendor's saying if you don't complete by 2 o'clock today, they're pulling out. They've got a cash buyer. So now we're like, how serious is that threat? Is there any weight behind that threat? We don't know. So I've said to the solicitor, you need to exchange today. Exchange contracts today. Worst case, we complete Tuesday just to cover ourselves, but at least then we've got a couple of days and we've exchanged, so they can't pull out. We'll pay 10% deposit today. Obviously, we sent our funds over Wednesday,
anyway. So they've already got our funds, so yeah, stress man, but I think we've saved it by exchanging today, so you can always do that. That's always an option if the pressure's on and demanding that you complete. Just exchange, just get the contracts done, and gives you a bit more time.
Just explain the risks of that.
Why don't you explain the risks?
So obviously you can exchange, but so you can exchange with a delayed completion. So like, say for example, you know that them funds are coming or everything's sorted, everything's gone through. You know 110% you can exchange, but you can delay the completion by like a week or two if needed. It gives the seller peace of mind, but if, for example, something happens, so like say the lender, whatever reason, decides not to lend, then obviously you've exchanged, so your only option then, because of time frames, realistically, is to fund the whole thing cash, because it's very unlikely you're going to be able to get another lender and go through the process before that 2-week completion date. So it's just something you need to consider. So it's not as simple as just, oh yeah, if we're putting pressure on the exchange. You need to assess the options. We know that this one is ready to complete, because one, we'd already sent the funds, all the finance has already been done and stuff like that. It was just an issue with land registry, something to do with land registry, the solicitor sorting. So we knew we can exchange on this one. So it's just something to bear in mind, but it is an option if they're putting a lot of pressure on. And like Leon said, they could just be calling a bluff just to make us complete. But do we want to take that risk when we're 10 grand deep into it? Do we want to start playing a game of poker with them? No, it's just you've got to play the game. They're likely just pulling a leg, right, just to having us on, just to get us complete quicker. We don't know 100%, we're not taking that risk. So let's get it.